Hello everybody, what is up? It is me, aboutthe, and today with me is...
Every time. Still me, Dre Highman.
So this week is a special edition of Esports Upload. There's some very big news coming out of some very big organizations, so let's hop straight into things.
So our first story here is ESL is starting a new Guild Wars 2 league, much to the using a similar format to the LCS and to the Smite leagues, and there's a $400,000 prize pool.
So speaking about that, this is a new esports that's going to be popping up, obviously. There are going to be 2 seasons. There's going to be $200,000 put into each split, and there are going to be 16 teams in the league. Now, neither of us have played Guild Wars 2, but the fact that there's going to be a new game out there that people can invest their time and chase their esports goal is kind of cool. The way you qualify, there's Go for Guild Wars 2 tournaments that are going to be run every single month, and then you go into the league via that way, kind of like the championship series. So this is actually really cool. It's run by arena.net, and I mean, it's a new esports. We can watch it, we can get behind organizations, and
Sure, new esports are always good. Esports are different from normal sports in the fact that they can always pop up and be different. Not like you can just have another sport that's different from baseball, basketball, football just pop up out of nowhere and be popular. So that's a pretty nice catch from esports. Next story is also about the development of a few more esports and more leagues popping up around the world. Starladder and Imba TV are now combining and creating more leagues for CSGO, Hearthstone, and
Dota 2.
And all 3 of those combined are going to have a $550,000 prize pool, and it's just more leagues popping up.
A little bit more information about this. All their matches are going to be broadcasted in 14 different languages, including English, Russian, Chinese, and many more. So every single match you'll be able to watch no matter what region you live in. And the main factor about this is Imba TV kind of runs the CIS, or the Chinese esports region. They're really big there. And Starladder, really big in StarCraft 2, and they more Europe based. So with these 2 partnering up, they're the 2 biggest in their regions, and they're combining all of their eggs in one basket, and hopefully it's good.
Yeah, I can't see a downside to there being more leagues.
No.
For the same reason I can't see a downside to there being a Guild Wars 2
Pro League.
Yeah.
So this year, the field is set for the Hearthstone World Championship Finals. It's going to take place at BlizzCon, and BlizzCon is November 7th and November 8th.
Now that the last region, which was North America, has completed their qualifiers, we know that Jab, Purple, Neos, and what's the last guy? Hotform have all qualified. So it's definitely going to be a pretty close, nice, tight competition. They're all competing for a prize of $100,000. The total prize pool is $100,000. So yeah, it'll be a pretty interesting competition, and be sure to tune in on November 7th is when it starts. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be streamed everywhere. Our next headline involves Dodo 8 from Team 8, the Pro LCS team, is retiring from being a player and is leaning towards player management. He's been in the league, esports, for a long time, so he's just burnt out, as a quote would say in his article, and he's moving on.
This does connect into our story last week, where we talked about Team 8 being rebranded to the Immortals. Now, I stated they may want to change the players, and they may want to change up management.
Remember, it doesn't say so in the article that it's related, but
like I felt would happen, Dota 8 does move his career in esports towards player management. He is 27. He is on the older side, but this is just the first move. Maybe there will be more. We don't know, but Dota 8.
there's also no confirmation that this is a direct result of the rebranding.
Yeah.
It could just be he felt it was his time to go, but it's possible. And in our last headline of the day, I'm sure as most of you, if not all of you know, Dyrus, the top laner for TSM, has announced his retirement following TSM's fairly bad performance at 2015 Worlds. Also, on top of his retirement, TSM has announced that Lustboy and Santorin will also be leaving the team, at least as players. On Lustboy's regard, Lustboy, according to rumors in the article, will be moving to an analyst's point of view, while Santorin is mutually separating ways from the team.
Now, when we think about this doesn't really make much sense because, yes, they had an underwhelming performance at Worlds, but if you remember, in between the spring and summer split, Lustboy, Bjergersen, and Santorin all signed contract extensions with TSM to the end of 2016, where Wild Turtle and Dyrus were still at the end of 2015. So, they're still under contract. Maybe this is why they're keeping them on the squad. But you do have to remember, TSM is the biggest organization in League of Legends. They do get the most money from Riot to run it. So we're going to have to see who actually fills these positions. We do know that Bjergersen and Wild Turtle are still sticking around for the moment. But yeah, this is actually big news because TSM, besides the big rebranding from Reginald, Dyrus, the Odd One, Chaox, and X Special, there's only been like 2 or 3 major roster moves in TSM.
Yeah, other than them not being able to pin down a jungler ever, they've not really changed up too much about their roster. I have 2 questions about this, just for you to try and look at and analyze.
All right.
How do you think Dyrus moving on affects TSM as like a organization and a team, since he's such a huge chunk of them? And how do you think Bjergsen will be able to continue playing with an entire new roster that he will have to lead? I mean, he was leading the roster as it was.
Well, looking at it, Dyrus leaving now, like I said in the bonus episode, was good because people may not want to acknowledge it, but his performance was on a slow decline. He wanted to stick around, but eventually you do get burned out. You can't do this forever. So I'm happy for the dude. About the Bjergersen having to lead a whole new lineup, it's kind of with Yellowstar. Yellowstar has been around longer. He did have more experience. He was always the captain. But Bjergersen, he's been put in that position when he moved over to North America, and it could be another success story of taking a new team and then pushing it to something great.
Or it could be just the opposite, and Bjergsen will collapse under the pressure and not be able to lead the team.
Yeah.
I mean, they have not been performing well under his shot calling.
No.
So
some of the analysts say subpar.
yeah, I mean, his mechanical skill and performance in the game is great, but when it comes to leading the team and making calls, Bjergsen seems to fall off a little bit from the rest of the shot callers. Fam, so we done with this one. Next time we gonna hit you up with some more esports news. Make sure you tune in, hit that like, subscribe, and comment button. We gonna catch you next time.
See ya.
Yeah. Now time for some ridiculous shit that I did while we were recording, and then John wanted to put at the end of the video to embarrass me. Aw, yeah.
Where?
Come on, dude. We have no one take Jake. We got all those other ones in
Alright,
one
you ready?
take.
This time is a one take Jake. Dude, you need to stop.
It's
Close your face.
Close my face?
Close your face.
No, you close your mouth.
Just look And then
I
will
am
start.
looking.
Are you ready?
You were probably
ready?
looking at me, looking over there, and then you laughed.
I did.
Our next headline. Oh, I'm gonna do that over again. That was like a little glottal attack. Our next headline is Whoa, the camera focused. It was like, whoop. All right.
All right, we're good. We're good.